His Highness the Crown Prince Sheikh Mishal Ahmed Al Jaber Al Sabah, may Allah protect him, visit to China built on a new era in the China Arab community with a shared future. This visit significantly deepens strategic mutual trust between China and Kuwait and elevate practical cooperation to a higher level. Joining us from China, Mr. Qindo Xu, a political analyst and senior fellow at the Pangol Institute. Good afternoon, Mr. Xu. Glad to have you with us. I have two questions for you. First off, I would love to hear your opinion about how does this visit signify the strength of the relationship between Kuwait and China? Mr. Shu, I don't know if you can hear me. Can you tell us about the significance of Kuwait participation in the opening ceremony of the Asian Olympic Games?
Are you speaking to me? Yes,
I have
excuse
some
me, can you repeat
difficulties
your question?
hearing you. I don't know if you. Let's try this one more time. Mr. Shu, if you can tell us briefly first the significance of the visit that will strengthen the relationship between Kuwait and China.
Yes, thank you for having me. Sorry for this internet connection just now. But anyway, let me introduce this important trip, important visit by the highest ranking Kuwait leader in 5 years to China. We know there's that's a recent background in terms of this bilateral relationship, that is the pandemic, over the past few years. It was impactful in terms of damaging the economic development or impacting people's lives, basically at different aspects. And also remember, Kuwait was the first country to sign up to the China's Belt and Road Initiative in 2014 from the Gulf region. And after the signing, the both sides have agreed to cooperate on I would say, many projects, and in particular, coupling with the Kuwait 2035 vision 2035, because the Kuwait is working hard to diversify its reliance on the fossil fuel and oil and gas. So China, that's in line with China's efforts to invest in infrastructure construction. But because of the pandemic, many projects were affected. So against such a background, I would say probably there were more new agreements on restarting or investing in these projects from the Chinese side, and working together between the two sides to help implement and enforce those programs that will be in interest for both sides. So in that sense, I would say that will be a new chapter following the visit between the two countries in their relationship here.
Mr. Shu, before we let you go, I would love to hear your thoughts on the significance of Kuwait's leadership participation in the 19th Asian Olympic Games.
Well, I think there are only a few state leaders arriving in Hangzhou to participate in the Asian Games. Yes, it's a sports event, and I would say a point of time for celebration, for celebrating the sporting spirit by the Asian athletes from about 45 countries and regions in Asia. It's also a political event in a sense, because obviously political leaders will make good use of this opportunity to not only talk about sports, to participate in the competition, but also to talk to each other on the sidelines of the events, and to make a good use of this opportunity to strengthen their relationship. For example, China and Kuwait. You can see, we have a very profound and solid relationship, friendship between the two countries and the two peoples, which goes back thousands of years. And since 1971, Kuwait being the first country to recognize the People's Republic of China becoming the first country in this region to recognize this the, legal standing of the country. So Chinese people keep that in mind. We are grateful to the friendship and to the support of the Kuwait people and the country. For example, for bringing China back to this legal seat of the UN Security Council in the 1970s. Kuwait offered their help to the Chinese side. And during this pandemic, the two countries worked together, providing help to each other. So there are many cases like this of helping each other. I would say there are principles both governments, both countries follow to push forward the relationship. For example, respect of each other, sovereignty, territorial integrity, and also non-interference in the internal affairs of each other. And when there was a crisis, both countries are strong supporters of each other. In the 1990, the Iraqi invasion of Kuwait, China firmly opposed to such behavior, and after that sent a 60-member team to help extinguish the fire of the wells, etc. All these are cases of we two peoples, two countries helping each other like brothers and sisters. I think that's significant. I would be impactful in terms of the long-term development of the two nations.
The visit of His Highness the Crown Prince will show a lot of fruitful and stronger relations between our two countries. Thank you. That was with us Mr. Kindo Shu, a political analyst and a senior fellow at Panagol Institute. Thank you.